Hello, everybody, and welcome to Octopunk Monthly Update for 2023. It is our first Otmu and stream of 2023. I can't believe we've been now doing this for officially 4 calendar years. Really 5 calendar years if you count them. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for the hype train that just completed level 2. Becky Helene for the gift subs, Piccalilly for resubscribing, John Hale and Mindless Somber for resubscribing, Piccalilly for the gift sub, Eccentric Giraffe for being here for 43 months. Goodness, that is a huge number. High Warlick of Innsbruck for resubscribing for 40 months, Warden Mages for 35 months, B for 11 months, that's almost a year. That'll be a year next month. Green Dragon for 20 months, that's almost 2 years. And Becky Helene for the resubscription as well. Oh, and thank you, John, for those cheers too. Oh my gosh, we just got to almost level 4. What is happening? Oh, thank you so much for the hair compliment. I'm really putting in the most today, I guess. I got this necklace for Christmas, so I'm like showing off my new dinosaur bones necklace. It's very iconic. Thank my mother-in-law for it. Happy New Year as well. I'm glad to actually have an Otmu that is really at the beginning of the year. It's only January 2nd. Sometimes it gets pushed to like the 7th. Yes, it is fabulous. I love it. So today we're going to be talking about a few different things. Not a lot of huge news, I'll admit, but I'm going to start the trend in 2023 for Octopunk Monthly Update. From every Otmu from now until Livescreamers comes out, I'm going to be revealing a still from the movie. We did this in the past with the Detroit movies, and you guys seem to really like that. So I think now that Livescreamers is nearing the finish line of being done, I'm hoping to have it complete by the end of January, and then get it out there to distributors and sales agents and stuff and to see where it lands. It could be distributed this quarter at some point, but that's probably very unlikely. It's probably going to be later in the year. Just depends on how lucky we get. It just depends on what sort of interest we get, what sort of opportunities the movie gets when it gets put in front of the folks who can make a difference for it. But yeah, otherwise for me, it is going to be finished by the end of the month, hopefully, God willing. And I will be continuing to now post stills that are from the finished film, so that'll be at the end of Otmu. If you are on Patreon, you probably have already seen some stills, so if you want to see more stills, you can join Patreon if you aren't already a patron at the $1 level. But these will be public stills for everybody, so you don't have to be a patron to see them. It'll be the first look at Livescreamers for a lot of people. Also, I have an Etsy sale starting today, and some news on Patreon in January, so let's get started. So we still have a few of these Christmas cards left in the Etsy store. They are $5 each with free shipping everywhere. I think there's 6 of them left, and they'll be available basically by the end of the week, and then they'll be going back into the vault because the holiday season will be over. I'll give it to Epiphany, you know. So if you want to get a hand on these, they are signed by Michael Smallwood, me, Austin, and our actress Anna Lynn from Livescreamers, who's never signed a Christmas card or anything for us before. And you can get them at the Etsy store, etsy.com/shop/octopunkmedia, and these also are included in the sale today. If you go on the Etsy store, you can already see that this is active, 25% off the entire store through January 10th. Now, there is a $5 cart minimum just to make sure that I am not losing money, but it is applicable to the entire store, so you can take $25 off 100. You can take other maths, other combination, $2.50 off 10. Those are the easy ones. But other than that, Livescream on Blu-ray is 25% off. All the stickers, you can get a $10 enamel pen for only $7.50, 25% off. All the stickers, all of the other stuff, all the posters. There's some signed posters there, and of course the Christmas cards as well. So Emma says, if I knew this, I would have taken more than the card a few days ago. Well, here's the thing, Emma. I haven't shipped anything yet. So if you've already bought a card and you want to buy another order, I can lump them in the same order. Now, you won't get the discount, but you won't get the dollar off the card you bought, I guess. But other than that, I can ship them in the same thing. So if you're worried about that, I will be able to ship them out. I think I'll be shipping out last week's Etsy stuff tomorrow. So if you've ordered cards in the last week, those will be going out tomorrow. Also, if you're waiting on charity things, I have started processing stuff for the charity stream awards. Mostly the smaller donations, like the $25 and under donations, I've begun packaging and addressing. If you are a patron at the $10 level, you will get your charity stuff with your Patreon sticker this month at the end of the month. If you are only expecting a small, like a card and a sticker and an old Patreon card or something like that. If you have a bigger order from the charity stream, like if you have a Livescreamers shirt or something, or if you have a DRA Blu-ray, then make sure that you've paid PayPal for shipping. A couple of you haven't. Most of you have, though. A few of you have not confirmed whether or not you want me to send you everything, because I know that it's doubled up for some people. So make sure that you go to our Google form on the Tiltify page and fill it out if you haven't already. So I know, to make sure that I'm giving you the right stuff. And if you are expecting a big thing, I'm hopefully going to be packaging those up later this week. So I think I'm just going to get them off my plate. There's a couple of you that actually have mixed orders from like Etsy or like a DRA reshipment or something like that I'll be packaging together. So Sandwich, I do believe you are on the list of people I don't have yet. So please just get that in so I just know that I'm giving you the right stuff. And I can't remember who else, but if somebody calls themselves out, I'll probably be able to confirm. Becky, I do not believe I got your shipping. I think you were on, actually, do I have the list right here? Oh, I don't, I think I erased it. This is an amazing thing that I got for Christmas. It's called Rocketbook. It is an erasable journal. I'm not going to show you that actually, because that's some Livescreamers. These are my notes for Livescreamers to finish the movie. There's still quite a few, but but basically I can write on it, and then it's an erasable pen anyway. So like you use an erasable pen, but you can also take a wet cloth and wipe it, and it just makes it vanish. So I've been using that to take little notes on stuff like that. So just, Andor, you're here. I know that I also have not gotten a Google form from you as well. So this is just a call out stream. I'm just calling out people who need to fill out a Google form. But yeah, if you're just expecting like the card and the sticker, if you donate at $25 or under, I'll also be giving you an older Patreon card if you donated at the $25 level as well, and I've set those aside. I've tried to pick out ones that you might not already have. If you've been a patron before, I picked one from before your tenure. If you aren't a patron at all, I could kind of pick any of them. And if some of you were patrons from day one, so I might be trying to get creative with what I give you, because I'm trying to give you something new, but you have everything already. There are a couple of people who do seem to have everything, so I'm doing my best. We'll see. But I think that as far as DRA reshipments as well, there are a couple of people who had things sent back to me, or things were lost in the mail. I've already printed out the labels. A lot of you will actually be getting, if that was the case for you, you will be getting a tracking email today from Pirate Ship, and I'll be shipping those out. So those will be on the way soon if you're waiting on those. So I thought that I was going to wait a little bit to do some fulfillment for those sorts of things, but I ended up having some time on New Year's, and I just went ahead and started packaging things, and I'm going to try to get them out slowly but surely through the month. Vote for Iggy as well. Every remaining Vote for Iggy sticker that I owe people will also be going out tomorrow. So if you've been waiting on that as well, those will be in the mail soon. Piggly says, hoping for my DRA blue. Well, you're on the list, Callie. Now for Patreon this month. I mentioned this before last month. I'm doing a little bit of a change to Patreon for the $10 and up level. $10 benefits will now alternate between stickers and autographed posters every other month. So January will be a sticker month, February is a postcard month, and then it goes on instead of having all months be both. This is just to save me on some overhead costs as I tighten the purse strings a little bit for Patreon and rethink it a bit. So that means this month is going to be a sticker. So all $10 and up patrons will get this Femme Fatale Michael Daly sticker. I think this might be one of the first times I've put somebody's face on a sticker before, but I thought that this design from the poster was very, very fun. I really like the energy of it. So these will be going out at the end of the month to all $10 and up patrons. I'll have to make sure to set aside one for him. I'm sure he'll love that he's on a sticker. And then here's the benefits we have for everybody else. Our $1 level will be going back to some Livescreamers BTS set pictures. I still have hundreds that I have not shared from Selena Oda. And we've got a couple fun live streams that are doing some deep dive behind the scenes stuff for Livescreamers as I finish the film. First, I'll be doing a stream on cutscene capturing. This is actually really interesting. If you particularly want to do movies in Unreal Engine, if you want to do very cinematic things in Unreal Engine, this is a stream to check out because I'll be diving deep into the level sequencer, which you can use to put some cinematic cameras in Unreal to capture some cutscene elements. There are a couple times in Livescreamers where there are cutscenes or there's cinematics that the players see, and I'll be working on a few of those, some of the non-spoilery ones, on stream. There's the first cutscene, the opening cutscene of the whole game where they go to the island for the first time. That'll be the cutscene that I'm working on. So it won't be spoilery or anything if you're worried about that. Then I'll also be doing some Livescreamers sound design. This will also be from a scene that's in the first 20 minutes of the film, so pretty non-spoilery, but I'll be sort of designing the game audio for the game that they're playing, because I realized that in addition to the sound design of what the players are experiencing in the room and the sound design of just sound effects that are happening in the game, there also needs to be atmospheric sound to the game that they're playing as well. Games don't just have music and sound effects, they also have a soundscape. So we'll be doing sound effects, we'll be doing sound leveling, we'll be doing some atmospheric sound design for this scene. So that should be really fun to help bring a scene to life through the sound near the end of the month. And as I said, for $10 patrons, we've got the Femme Fatale die-cut stickers, and for $25 patrons, we've got an Octopunk Mad Libs group call. This was a lot of fun the last time we did that on a group call, so I'll get back into that, and we'll have a good time on Zoom. And I also want to shout out the folks that I Zoomed with this past weekend. A few of you are in the chat. Most of you are in the chat today. Some of our $25 and $50 patrons from Patreon had a call with me this weekend as part of their group call of the month. And I was like, this is a feedback call. This is, give me your ideas, talk about what's working, what's not, what are you interested, what's not. And it was really, really helpful. I've still been thinking about a lot of the things we talked about. And I know there is at least one good idea. There's at least one good idea that happened. And I've already actually texted the person who would either yay or nay that idea, because it's not 100% up to me to make that happen. But there's something coming that's going to motivate doing an Octopunk showcase. So, and speaking of Octopunk Showcase, I know that anybody who's been here for a year or two has known that at the beginning of the year, we do the big upfronts, the big stream that we surprise you with trailers and BTS and new story announcements and project announcements and all that sort of stuff. So I think I want to go ahead and preface this by saying this is going to be a little bit of a different year, because this year I have a little less agency than I've had the previous couple of years. I'm waiting to hear back from a lot of people about getting permission for distribution for certain things before I can really talk about the things that I want to do. In the past with the Detroit movies and stuff, and even some of our shorts, I've been able to control completely publicity and distribution and everything, and just give you guys everything that I make. Whereas now it is a little bit more complicated. We have to wait to see if we can't sell movies, or if we can't get a third-party distributor for some things, or if we have to ask third-party distributors for permission to do certain things with previous movies. So I think that it's going to be a little later in the year. It's probably going to be in March. That's my goal. I would like to do Octopunk Showcase in March, but it's still going to be first quarter of the year. It gets pushed back like every year. Like the first year was January, then it was like late January, then it was February last year. So now it'll be March, hopefully. I hopefully will have enough information to justify it in March. But the more time goes on and the more things start to come together, the more I'm like, okay, I have quite a list of things to announce at an Octopunk Showcase. And so it should be pretty exciting when it actually comes out. In the meantime, February is going to be our next stream. That is Octopunk Monthly Update on... You know, I might not do it in February. I might do it January 30th because February would be the 6th, which is a little late. I think I'll do it in 4 weeks. I'll do it on January 30th, and we'll talk about February Patreon. We'll talk about all that sort of stuff coming up. And I might have some YouTube and Twitch announcements then, too, as well as another live stream still. And I currently have one to share with you. So thank you for coming out to Opmu today. Austin is making a complete racket in the kitchen, but you know, if he could just hold for 5 seconds. I feel like he's being louder out of spite now. Also, hello Flick Nightshade. Thank you for joining us today. What? Hey. 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 Piccalilli standing in the town square, tolling a bell, shouting, "Bring out your sticks!" Octopunk town crier for the Octopunk Showcase. Oh, now Austin's ringing bells. Austin just got home with groceries, so I'm gonna drag this out so I don't have to help him unpack them. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. Here is that Livescreamers still. There we go. That is Naoma Sanchez as Lucy. I'm just going to leave this here with you. I'll post this on social media as well so you can kind of speculate further about what's going on here and what this might mean. Big Dishonored vibes. So here we go. You can look forward to another Livescreamers still next month at Octopunk Monthly Update on January 30th. I will see you then. And as always, stay great, hydrate, and have a happy time zone.